The latest jobs report was far worse than expected.
The Labor Department says employers added only 73,000 jobs in July. Economists had expected a gain of 115,000. The May and June numbers were revised down by a total of 258,000 jobs. The unemployment rate rose to a still low 4.2%. Analysts say hiring has slowed due to interest rates, tariffs, and the uncertainty that they're imposing on businesses. Most of the job gains came in the healthcare industry. Fox News anchor Shannon Bream with Fox News Sunday joins me now. Good morning to you.
Good to see you, Brandon.
All right, so we just referenced that jobs report, which is worse than expected. The president needs a strong economy to further his agenda. So any chance he adjusts his tariff expectations again?
It's possible, but man, this was a rough report this morning for the White House, and they're going to have to think about how they talk about it moving forward, because even some of their toughest critics, interestingly enough, in the past few days have said, hey, listen, the data makes it look like the president's done better than we thought that he could have done with the economy he was walking into. Well, these numbers today are a shock to the system, and we've got the chair of the National Economic Council with us, Kevin Hassett, on Sunday morning, so a lot of questions that we'll have for him about where they go from here as those tariffs now trickle in. And that's been what so many people have said is part of the problem, because the markets hate uncertainty, and many of those deals remain unsettled.
I want to ask about the Middle East. We've seen that U.S. Middle East envoy in Gaza addressing the humanitarian crisis there. This is a fact-finding mission, right?
It is. He's going to a distribution center. He's there with our ambassador, Mike Huckabee, to look around and see exactly what's going on and where U.S. money is funneling, how it can be better used to get to people who are actually starving and suffering, because everybody agrees that's actually happening. What they don't agree on is the best way to get aid to them. So we've actually on Sunday morning got with us exclusively the executive director of the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. They've come under a lot of fire, but they say, listen, we're willing to partner with anyone. There's aid sitting in trucks, rotting, not getting in. We'll do the deliveries for free, but let's work together. So we'll talk fact from fiction with them about what's actually happening and some of the critiques of the way they're trying to get things done.
All right, what else is on tap for Sunday?
We've actually also got with us, as the NTSB, there are now 3 days of hearings over what happened in that crash with the Army helicopter jet and also the commercial American Airlines or PSA flight that went down here in DCA. One of the men who lost his son, who was a pilot of that commercial jet, he's also a pilot himself, Tim Lilly. And so in the midst of his grief, he should be planning his son's wedding right now. He's doing a lot of detective work, too, and he understands it as a pilot. So he'll be with us Sunday. Does he feel like he got anything new from these hearings and anything accomplished that will stop other families from having to walk through this as well?
All right, Shannon, we'll see you then. Have a good weekend.
You too.
All right, Fox News Sunday with Shannon Bream airs right here Sunday morning at 8 a.m.